Greetings, friends and viewers. My name is That Guy. This is Spazo, and we are the 28 House, and we're reporting live from Anime North Texas. So as we always do when we go to a convention, we want to broach a subject of interest and get the fan opinion. And for this convention, the topic was Zelda Skyward Sword, one of the best games. So we were interested to see how this one would play out in a smaller convention, but we were hoping that we could get, with a more intimate setting, we would get some more interesting conversation. So Spazo, first off, did their opinions go the way that you thought it would? Did you think that the voting would go in the way that it did?
So, like you said, this is a small convention, so I made it really kind of a small topic. I picked a very narrow subject, and if I'm being perfectly honest, I thought I was going to get a lot of agrees, and they were just going to run away with it. I thought that they were going to be like, yeah, Skyward Sword is amazing. A lot of the people who still love Skyward Sword, who me included, they would just kind of jump in and be like, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And the people who don't like it, I figured they wouldn't dislike it enough to get all over the disagrees, and that it was going to be like not a lot of interaction. Like the amount of interaction we got, especially like videos and stuff, I thought it wasn't going to be much. I thought it was going to be like Star Wars, where it was just like agree, and then we go, which is fine. It was a small topic for a small convention, and I'm okay with that. It kind of went exactly how I thought it was going to go, with a couple of curveballs, if you will.
Yeah, what did you make of the argument? One gentleman, his argument was that they learned from the mistakes of Skyward Sword, and that learning from that helped create Breath of the Wild, which, as we all know, is a enormous success. What did you make of that? That they learned from, well, what he would consider, and I guess some of the creators, the mistakes that Skyward Sword made to make what many considers maybe the best Zelda game, Breath of the Wild.
So I think the word used there would be antithesis. Breath of the Wild, which came out in 2017 to wild critical acclaim, a game I also loved, was the antithesis to Skyward Sword. The formula they had built over the last 12 or 15 years for Zelda was totally usurped by Breath of the Wild. But that doesn't mean the thing that it was the antithesis to was a bad thing. It's just, it's time for a change. Let's do something different. And that's what they did. Change is good. You don't want to be stagnant. So in a lot of ways, Skyward Sword represented something that was stagnant, but still the best version of that formula that it could be. And even though Breath of the Wild was like, let's change it, it was time to change it. So we changed it. And it was brilliant. They can both be brilliant. Be very, very different and be brilliant. That's the way I see it. And so you can call it mistakes, but really what it is taking the through line and taking the conceits and the concepts that we believe are tried and true and upending them in order to not remain flaccid or, I don't want to use the word stagnant again.
Stale, perhaps?
Stale is a very good one. And can I add that what I found the most fascinating about this, and every time we do stuff like this, we get a lot of people who weigh in. Let's just say when people judge something harshly, when they see a trailer or they see, a change being made to their favorite show, they judge it harshly just based on reading a couple of sentences. And they start weighing in with all these heavy opinions and reactions and react videos and all that other stuff. So you're used to seeing people weigh in on things, on topics, hot or otherwise, that they don't totally have a grasp of, and sometimes will admit to that, but still want to share their angry opinions. What we got a lot of today was people who would look at the sign and say, I've never played the game, and thus I cannot render a judgment. What a refreshing thing to learn. If I take away anything from what I did today, it's the fact that tons, and by tons I mean at least 20 or so people, were like, I never played the game, thus I cannot render a judgment. Now, a lot of people hadn't played the game and still went ahead and rendered a judgment of disagree. And I was super surprised, though, that so many people would just step back and be like, well, I don't have anything to say, and thus I can't fairly decide. And yet, We almost never see that today in modern fandom. We see one image, we see one picture, we see one sentence, and we'll throw anything in the trash based on just a little bit of stimuli. It's fascinating, and honestly, it's refreshing. Talk
yes.
about that.
Yes, it is very fascinating to observe that people are more well-behaved when they're engaging in conversation with someone face-to-face rather than over a computer. It is very fascinating.
The mask of anonymity.
Right. The mask of anonymity that the internet provides.
What did you think of the convention?
I enjoyed it. Like I said, it was smaller. So we had gone to this convention 5 years before, and there wasn't a whole lot to do. So it wasn't the greatest experience, but I thought this one was a lot of fun. It was small, it was intimate, but there was plenty to do. The dealer room and the art room were great. We didn't get to go to that many panels, but the ones that we did were really good. We went to, we just got out of Wrestling is Anime. That was a really good panel.
We missed that one at Akon.
Yes, we missed it at Akon. Definitely check that guy out. Just look up Wrestling is Anime. You'll probably find him. So that was fun. The one about H or not H, we won't tell you what the H is. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, that was all that we. The karaoke, we stayed there for about 20 minutes. That was fun. I got to sing One More Time by Daft Punk, one of my favorite songs, one of my favorite albums. So that was great. So overall, I enjoyed the experience a lot.
We got totally distracted today. We ran into a lot of the same people that we've run into at previous conventions, and because it was such a small convention, you kept running into the same people over and over and over again. So by 8 o'clock, everyone who could vote has. This could be the entire attendance of the convention right here. And
I think there's a little more.
We got just drawn into so many conversations with people, which, by the way, is why we do this. We like talking to people. It's not all about getting content or making an episode. We love meeting and interacting with people. It's fun for us. We like to talk. We like to talk about whatever. We're all fans. We're here for that. This is a community thing, and you want to be part of your community. But man, we get here, we meet up with some old friends, we chat about, we're not old friends, new friends, all sorts of other stuff. We talk about everything from Zelda to Sonic the Hedgehog to our favorite shows and whatever. We check the watch and it's 6 o'clock. Now, it might be a small convention. There may not have been a lot to do overall. But if we get a chance to do something like that, that's a positive in my opinion. So.
Yeah, overall, it was a great experience. We're glad we came here. We learned a lot. I don't think your mind was changed about Skyward Sword. I'm pretty sure your opinion was reconfirmed perhaps, as you see the agrees had it over the disagrees, although it was a pretty close vote. I'd say the agrees won by about 15 maybe.
The disagrees were really angry though.
Yes, they were very angry, especially this one person right here. Look at that. So angry. But overall it was a good experience. We're glad we came.
Somebody had their own marker for that one.
Yes.
It's fine. We don't always have to go all out and make a big thing out of it. And we also got to do the panel. We got to do the theme song panel again.
Yeah, I totally forgot about the panel. Yes. So we did our panel about adapted anime theme songs. It went a lot better. And we also already got ways that we can improve that panel, just like feedback and just going over what we did. So in that way, it was a success. So I'm pleased with the results. Glad we came here. We got I did. I spent way too much money. I got lots of swag. I can show you a little bit of it.
And I, who don't have nearly as much money to spend, got something from my wife, Vix, and that is a single volume of fairy tale manga. I hope she enjoys it.
So this is one of the things I got. It is Satsuki Kiryuin from Kill la Kill. It's really hard to find Kill la Kill figures because I guess its moment in the sun was pretty quick. And I got into the show not long after it got popular, but trying to get figures is really hard, and the ones that are available are super expensive. But I'm really glad that I got Satsuki because she's my girl from the show. I love her. if I were to ever defend a waifu, she would probably be high up there. She would be a strong candidate to be my girl. But so I got this. I got a lot of buttons. I got some buttons. I got this one. Vegeta, Korra, Blake from Ruby.
Are those the 16-bit?
Yeah.
The 16-bit
like
sprites.
Yeah, they're like all sprite. Yeah, you probably can't see.
We might get a close-up of that.
What else did I get? Oh, here is something I got. I love this. So, well, okay, I got Tatsumaki, a little like keychain thing. Terrible with Tornado from One Punch Man. She's my girl from that show. This is Rim's flail. Rim from ReZero, Starting Life Over in Another World. I got this keychain of her flail that she has, that she uses to beat people and defend Subaru, who does not deserve her love. He deserves to be slapped silly. But I was really happy to get this flail that Rim uses.
We're going to go big next time.
And I got some art too, but we don't have time to show all that.
We're going to go a little bit bigger next time, hopefully. We're only going to be there for one day, but we're hoping to get a lot more, a much more visceral topic coming up on the next one. But you know what? I'm happy to see that we still got some defenders of Skyward Sword out there. Skyward Sword gets a lot of, the love is out there, and I was happy to take it in today as a big-time Zelda fan.